Well, hello, everybody. Welcome back. I am Medium Kim Copeland. Thank you for joining today. We are talking about St. Francis of Assisi, who, oh my gosh, I've seen a few times, and I just want to talk about some of the latest I got from him. And also, can your pet be psychic? Because I have a little story to show, hey, my dog is definitely psychic. Well, I've got two dogs. One apparently is, and I'm not sure about the other one. All right. But the one they do meditate with me. And my son says, "Oh, you guys have the same aura." But so who knows if what that's about, but she may have just been born that way. All right. So, but in the first, I would just like to give you a little bit of tidbits about what's happening in the future tomorrow night. Lisa Smith will be on here, and we're going to be doing spirit talk and readings, and that's at 4 p.m. Central, 5 Eastern. And then Danny and I have an exciting announcement on Friday, so we're doing a video then. It won't be live, but and it'll go up on Friday. So we'll look for that because it is exciting. And then I'm putting together a masterclass for clairs, your intuition, but we're going to go deep into it. Okay. And you'll notice I'm in a different place today for my video because I have a house guest who's in my office. So I get to sit on my bed and do my video from my room. All right. And my dog, my psychic Isabella, is chewing on a bone. I hope it's not too disturbing, you guys. All right. I guess we'll talk about that first. The other day, well, we go to the park every morning. I have to take her to play ball because if I don't take her to play ball, it's not a good day. She's hyper. She has to get her energy out. So, I mean, no matter what, which usually only 10 to 15 minutes and she's worn out. But so we have made a friend at the park, and it's another golden retriever named Riley. And they see each other a few times a week. And we don't plan when we're going to be there. We just happen to be there sometimes at the same time. Well, this was a few days ago. Isabella ran. I mean, we were in the middle of this big soccer field, and she ran away from me, and she ran to the parking lot, and she was circling there's 3 white cars. She was circling the white cars, like, and looking up, like, like what's going on? And she never does that. So a few minutes later, well, she did come back, but then a few minutes, maybe 2 or 3 minutes later, here comes Riley driving up with his dad, and they drive a silver car. So I thought, wow, Isabella knew they were on their way. So, and she does like to, they don't really play or engage, but it's just always exciting when you have 2 golden retrievers and 2 balls, and you know what I mean. And then sometimes I've brought Raven as well, and then you've got 3 goldens and 3 balls, and it's chaos. But it's fun. I like it. It's fun. Some people might not be able to handle all that chaos, but you have to be in the right crowd to have fun with that. So anyway, but I thought that was cool that she knew ahead of time when Riley was coming. Now, and today she was doing it again, but we didn't stay long enough because we had to go. We didn't stay long enough for Riley to show up, but I had a feeling Riley was on her way. Okay, and now I've heard this, cats going to the front door, dogs going to the front door before, several minutes before their human comes home, and they wait at the front door. I mean, they have cameras, right, to do this. So there's lots of ways to tell if your dog is psychic. I guess you could do little games. Maybe you could even have, hide the bone under a couple bowls or something like that. I mean, if you want to really test it. And I mean, you can think of creative ways to tell. So anyway, I just thought that was interesting, but I really want to talk to you about St. Francis. I about 2 years ago, I was reading with a client. By the way, you guys, I do I do readings. So if you are interested, come on into my website and take a look, and then make an appointment with me, a private one-on-one, okay? I do 30 minutes and 1 hour, different kinds of readings. So anyway, about 2 years ago, I was working with a client, and this woman loves animals, and it's an animal day. But all of a sudden, I saw what I knew. I don't know how, how you have your claircognizant, and just, so I saw it, I felt it, and I knew it. This big light about the size of an ostrich egg, maybe a little bigger, and it was a white, not transparent. It looked like it was a floating, almost like a floating white cotton ball. Not quite that thick, but really, I couldn't see through it. It was very, I don't know, I forget the word, but anyway, it's a thick, sort of thick, okay? And so coming from me, so what I often will see spirits with my eyes outside. I see spirits like in the room, or spirit guides. I see a lot of spirit guides in the room. I see them in my mind's eye and also in the room, both ways. When they come in the room, it's more powerful. There's a definitely, the presence is bigger, the energy is amazing, and there's usually, I can go clairaudient that way as well when they come right next to me, and when they are coming forward that way. So anyway, here comes St. Francis, this big, I just knew it was St. Francis. How did I know it was St. Francis? It was a knowing, a feeling, and a seeing. This energy of white coming like right here, giving a message for my client. And it was, it brought me to tears. It was that powerful. And it was for her too. We were both crying. And then I'm thinking, okay, well, I gotta fix up my room. My room, I need new paint on the walls. I need better furniture. If I'm gonna have St. Francis come over, then I gotta get my act together, right? But then a friend of mine reminded me, well, St. Francis, gave away all of his belongings pretty much. So I guess I'm okay, right? So that doesn't matter, you guys. You don't have to fix up your room and get the right colors, but I do feel too much clutter is not so good. But they don't have to have perfection when they make their presence known. Then I want to just tell you now, last week, St. Francis came again, a little different way. I was with this woman whose cat had transitioned over the Rainbow Bridge, very, like a month ago. The cat's name was Jasmine. She also lost another cat, Machka, and that was a few months earlier. And so she contacted me to find out how Jasmine was doing. Well, when I tuned into Jasmine, right away, I saw the joy, the biggest joy you can imagine. Like if you can imagine a cat dancing, that was the joy. Even on the two hind legs, dancing across the Rainbow Bridge with flowers as a necklace and flowers all around, and the joy of being in spirit. Now, this cat in life on Earth, she only had the cat about 3 months. She had rescued this kitty from the Humane Society, had been in a cage for 3 months even before she got the kitty. And apparently the history of the cat had been living in a car or a cage for its whole entire life. And when she brought the cat home, the cat never left the bed. So if you can imagine with me, Jasmine going across the Rainbow Bridge, dancing, not just walking, dancing across. And guess who's there to meet Jasmine? St. Francis. It makes me want to cry now. So St. Francis brought Jasmine to a little healing center, not for long, but St. Francis showed me. Now this time I saw St. Francis more in my mind's eye. showing me pulling Jasmine across the Rainbow Bridge into a healing center where it would just happen for just a minute. Jasmine didn't need a lot, actually. And then Jasmine was reunited with the other kitty in the household. And I can't remember somebody else, one of her relatives. I can't remember now who else, but it was St. Francis that came. And St. Francis showed me that there are different centers, healing centers for different animals. Now, this is what I really want to share with you. Like cats, dogs, cows, chickens. It's like they have their own little hospital. And the way the way it appeared to me was these floating healing centers, and all over, kind of like above the earth. I'm not sure how far away, but it just felt like there's an area like pods, or like a huge starship or something like that. Pods of healing centers, a lot of them around the earth, up above, around the earth. And this is where some of the animals need to go before they can be integrated into the spirit world. And so that was actually beautiful. So they go to these healing centers, not every time. They go there if they need to, and then they're integrated into the spirit world in loving arms. That's beautiful. That's what it felt like. And now to top it off. So my friend, the who I did the reading for, told me, she said she prays to St. Francis, and she had prayed to St. Francis to come meet the kitty. Now, that's pretty amazing too. So you can see lots of things in play here, and even with the prayer, the power of prayer to help our spirit, humans and pets, be or go where they need to go, meet who they need to meet for their spiritual work. So it's quite exciting, actually, to think of that. But my friend, and I'm just going to call her, just going to call her Sheila for short. Okay. So Sheila has spent a lot of time in prayer for St. Francis. And what else was I going to say about that? She had been praying for St. Francis. So that's pretty amazing to show up. So, I mean, I guess that's the story that I wanted to share with you today. I am going to show you my psychic dog. Here we go. And I'm see if I can get her. Now, my room's kind of a mess because oops. Isabella? There's Isabella. Yeah, you can tell she's very interested in being here with you today. Anyway, well, I hope you guys have a wonderful afternoon, and I look forward to seeing you on Wednesday afternoon and then again on Friday. And so I feel very lucky and blessed to be able to share this time with you. And my heart just sends you love and healing and everything that you need for yourself today and in the days ahead. Okay. Bye-bye now.